here are the instructions for the Articulation Dominoes activity. So you will get a sheet that looks like this, as well as your stack of domino cards. So as per the instructions in your package, you just deal out all of your dominoes cards to each of the players, and then they just take turns connecting their domino cards like a normal game of dominoes. So here I have Thanksgiving and theater. So if the next person had Thanksgiving, then they could connect it going either way they like. And so if you're working at word level, you can just have the child say the two pictures that are on their domino, or just say the one picture that is the connecting picture. And they may need you to say it first, and then they copy you, but ideally we want them to work towards saying the words on their own. If you're working at two words, you can have them say my thread, my Thanksgiving, and you can have them say longer phrases if that's where they're at. I have thread, I have Thanksgiving. That's another way to do it. And you can also practice at sentence level with these. You know, once they've connected their dominoes together, you can say, or they can say, a sentence about their target picture. So I like to have turkey at Thanksgiving, or I can't think of a sentence. My mom uses thread to fix my pants, or something like that, right? Or you can use the two pictures on the domino and have them say something about the two pictures together into a combined sentence. So I can't even think of something. I got thread for Thanksgiving. It can just be a ridiculous sentence, right? So that's another way to have them work on more sentences within the dominoes activity. And then actually on the written sheet, there are some different ways to use these domino cards. So obviously having them use longer and longer sentences is a great way. This is also targeting their language skills as well, because you're wanting them to be using grammatically correct sentences and vocabulary. So that can be your focus along with the good speech sounds. They're having to use grammatically correct sentences, and they can maybe describe the words as well if you're wanting to do more of a like an expressive language or vocabulary activity where they're having to describe the pictures. So even something like, you know, the thread is blue. The picture of Thanksgiving, there's, you know, people eating turkey for Thanksgiving, or this one is toothbrush and bathtub, and maybe it's just something like, you know, the toothbrush has bristles, or the bathtub is big, or whatever they come up with, right? So there's another way to use this activity as more of a describing game. And then on our sheet, we also have a game for older grades, so maybe grade 3 and above, and we've called it story generation. So have the students create a story that incorporates the card that they just laid down, whether it's just incorporating the one target word that's the connecting word to the domino, or using the two words together and making up a story about the card that they lay down. As the game continues and as they lay more cards down and more dominoes down, they're adding that domino picture to their story. So it might be that, oh, you know, I dropped my toothbrush in the bathtub, and then I used thread to get it out of the bathtub. I don't know, it could just be as ridiculous as you want, right? So it could be a lot of fun trying to use this as a story generation game, a language activity game. It would be really fun to see what the kids come up with. So just a few ideas for how to use this Articulation Dominoes game.